Students, we have the last phase of the chapter. We already know that is in the state executive there is a governor, there is a chief minister, there is a council of ministers, and also they are described as a cabinet minister, they are described as the state minister, they are described as the deputy minister. Now we have to say that whatever that who are the ministers, they have to perform their job, but they are helped by the other officers. Now we have to discuss about it. Okay, civil service. The day-to-day administrative work in the Department of Government is done by the official of the civil service. Just like in the central government, we have the IS officers. Now, in the West Bengal, we have the WBCS officers. That they have the official officers, they have to help the ministers to do the different types of job. Just like in the education sector, just like in the agricultural sector, irrigation sector, or the also in the health sector, that they have to do the job. These officials are known as the civil servants. The special body called the Union Public Service Commission, which selects civil servant for the. We see that the rest of the civil servant of a state are selected by the State Public Service Commission. The Chief Secretary is the head of the state civil service. Under him, there is a secretary in charge of every department. So we see that is the UPSC, that is the Union Public Service, that all of you, some of you have the dream that you just work as a civil servant. Okay, so civil servant, that they have to do the they have to help the executives, just like the ministers, to do the each and every work. Okay, now we see that we have the different states in India. Now we also have the union territory. Union territory means it is governed by the central government. Now what types of governing body is there, we have to study now. Administration of union territories. A union territory is administered by a lieutenant governor or chief administrator or chief commissioner acting on the president's instruction. So chief governor is acting as a president's instruction. So the president puts the governor of a neighboring state in charge of administrating a union territory. The laws of administration may be different in different union territories. Usually the parliament makes these laws. Sometimes the parliament passes a law to set up a legislature in a union territory. Pondicherry, for example, is a union territory which has its own legislative assembly and the council of ministers. So sometimes we see that in the union territory also they have their legislative assembly and the ministers are also there. Just like before that, the Delhi becomes also the union territory. Now Delhi becomes the state. Okay, so in this way we have to remember this. Now from the next day we have to practice the exercise. Okay, I will give you the questions and next day I will provide the answers of it. But you have to just try to do it yourself. Okay, thank you students.